When my son left, I had so many questions that I needed to be answered because the day before we found him, he was okay. He kissed me that night before I went to sleep. He told me, Mom, I love you. I'm going to do better in school. Just a normal conversation between a mother and her child. I never would have thought in a million years the next day I would come home from work and find my son the way I did. It's an image that I'll never get over. During the process of me trying to grieve and lay him to rest, there was a staff member from the school that visited my house the next morning after it happened. She proceeded to tell me about these visits that Nigel had in her office, about him being bullied, that she had not told me before. This particular staff member, I text her a couple of times on a regular basis to ask her how was Nigel doing in school, because I knew he was struggling with his identity. I knew that he was struggling with mental issues, and I wanted to make sure he was okay. She would always text me back and say he was fine. But the day after he passed away is when she decided to tell me about these visits to her office where he confided in her about being bullied. At the time that she's telling me this, I'm listening, but I'm really not processing it because my baby had just passed away hours before. So, in a quest for me to try to find more answers, I asked her, could when you get back to school, could you please ask his best friend if she know the password to his cell phone? He had gave me the password to his phone a few days before, but honestly, I forgot. As parents, we forget stuff. So that was my reason for asking her to ask his best friend. The message that I received, it was basically no. No one knows the password to his phone, but there's a letter in his book bag that he wrote to you. So I immediately just started looking through everything in his backpack. Actually, me, my sister, and Rashad, we started going through his backpack. It didn't dawn on me at the time to ask her, how did she even know I found the letter? It was in his backpack. In the letter, my baby made statements like, Mama, I tried so hard to be normal. He said stuff like kids called him names and he tried to act like it didn't bother him, but it really did. He said that he hoped that the world wouldn't be so cruel in the afterlife. What child has to think about something like that? The fact that they knew that that letter was in his backpack, somebody knew that he was planning to do this. Nobody contacted me to tell me. Nobody contacted me to tell me that he had been in the office several times about being bullied. When they contacted me about it, he was already gone. I'm speaking out today so that other kids that are going through what Nigel went through do not have to be afraid to stand up for themselves.